Our founding fathers were well informed of that truth, not only through their classical education, by the way, but also through their Christian faith, their own upbringing, their spirituality. America is free. We are different because of our Judeo-Christian foundation. She was born of a religious culture the rest of the world has yet to fully comprehend. The Declaration of Independence was the world's wake-up call. It literally turned the citizen-government relationship on its head by declaring that no government operating outside the consent of the governed could be a just government exercising just power. Did you come up close because you can't hear me? Am I speaking to myself?
No, you're all right.
So the Declaration of Independence turned world tyranny on its head. It didn't eradicate it, but it did pull the rug out from a lot of dictators who did not want their people to catch that new virus that America was trying to spread. So by declaring the proper flow of power to be from God to the people, and then out to government as the people saw fit, the Declaration of Independence established that new citizen-government relationship. NHCCS is an educational organization. Our mission is to disseminate knowledge, to teach the truth about America's noble heritage. This is what we do. We're not terribly active, and that does disturb a lot of people. You don't see us in Concord at hearings, because that is not our mission, and there's too few of us to cover all that ground. But you're welcome to attend any of our seminars where you can learn to be ambassadors for constitutional government, because one person will tell three. Those three tell three more. And the next thing you know, we've got something going. We've got something spreading geometrically, and what's the other word I'm looking for? Exponentially. So for James Madison, chief architect of the Constitution, said, a diffusion of knowledge is the only source of true liberty. One question we often hear as a result of our work, our teaching, which we do, by the way, in classroom settings, as well as on the internet. We do webinars, so you really don't even have to leave your home. Just get in front of your computer and talk to them. What people ask us is, how can we fix this problem that we have? I think a lot of people have woken up in the last maybe 5-6 years to the fact that we are operating so far outside the dictates of the Constitution that we're in big trouble. One of our favorite answers, restore federalism. I've listened to a lot of issues here today already, and I bet I'm going to hear a lot more. They're single-focused issues. They have us so fractionalized, they have us broken up into so many small groups that our voice is not collective enough to be heard. So they keep us busy. But folks, it's like shoveling sand against the tide. We need to make the people aware of what is happening to them. And then we'll have a force that we can talk about. So our answer is restore federalism. Take the power away from Washington that D.C. has stolen from the states. Restore the federative nature of American government, that the frame is built into the Constitution. You know, without the states, we have no Constitution. You do know that. And once all power is taken from Washington and the sovereignty of the states is completely eradicated, they have the Constitution exactly where they want it. American government, if you didn't know, was designed to be not just horizontally separated, but also vertically separated. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about federalism. It's that breaking up of power between each level of government, giving each player all been lost to our system now. But that is the point that we need to restore. The enemies of the Constitution knew exactly what they had to do to collapse that power structure, that scheme about federalism. And so the statists knew that by dismantling by dismantling the federalist nature of our government, that they could accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. And of course, that is to draw all power to Washington. So I'm going to close here because I could be here all day. We get very passionate about this stuff. We love teaching it. But I'll leave you with two thoughts. Do not send arrogance into any level of government. And above all, do not send ignorance into any level of government. There's two ways to get to where we are today. One person, by sending the wrong or by sending people that you like because they're a nice guy or a nice gal, but they haven't a clue. They haven't a clue what their job is once they get there. Educate them first, then put them in power. One other issue for you. We talk about all these issues that are keeping us alive. How did they do that? Through the administrative state. Who did it to you? Your congressmen and your state legislatures by violating the non-delegation doctrine. Article 1.1 of the Constitution said all lawmaking powers are to be made between the House and the Senate. That's not verbatim. You have the same article in Part 2 of the New Hampshire Constitution, Article 5, that says all lawmaking powers. Do you have any idea how much power has been transferred from the people and the legislative branch to the executive branch to the administrative state?
Fine.
Your congressman, what do you know about the non-delegation doctrine? None of these administrative agencies that exist should exist with the powers that they currently hold. They have no authority, no law